Good afternoon, everyone. So, today, what we're going to do is going for a webinar. Today's webinar is talking about mastering tourism and operations, streamlining tour packages, and pricing sales. So, I will be your host today. My name is Jude Azuro. You can call me Jude for short, your business advisor here at Odoo, Asia Pacific region. So, our agenda today is actually quite packed, 30 to 35 minutes together, and this is what we'll cover. So, the first one, of course, I'm going to show you more about Odoo and its background, some quick rundown info so you can know more about Odoo and how it is actually right now. And the second one, we will show around the pain points of the travel and touring agencies here in the Philippines, so the daily challenges faced by them. So, the third one will be a quick case study, immersing yourself within the shoes of a local tourism industry agency. So on the fourth one, we'll be showing Odoo solution, a high-level look at our unified system, and you will see Odoo in action itself and how Odoo's specific apps can help solve these problems. And lastly, we will do a quick short Q&A. Let's start, shall we? So what is Odoo? Ano nga ba si Odoo? Odoo is an all-in-one management software that is beautifully designed and very easy to use. So it's clean, neat, and tidy from smartphones, tablets, laptops, and your desktop interfaces as well. So started in 2005 in Belgium, year after year, Odoo grew its operations and expanded globally. Now with 19 offices, including Hong Kong and also US regions as well, our headquarters in the Asia Pacific region is located in Hong Kong. But of course, it's not a secret anymore that the Philippine office will be coming really, really soon. So stay tuned on that. As for now, our user base consists of more than 15 million happy users and growing. Since you've heard already there are 15 million plus users worldwide, the companies on this slide exactly show you that how we work locally in the Philippines. So while it covers major industries such as real estate industry, food and beverage industry, manufacturing, and also retail, I want to share this slide to highlight that Odoo's adaptability potential for the tourism sector as well. Whether you are a boutique travel agency, a specialized tour operator, and or a massive travel management company, our system can adapt to your workflow. So you may ask me, and a frequent question that I always get asked, how can Odoo help the business? No worries, this is why we have the webinar today. Before, companies are used to having standalone softwares, so which are the applications you can see on the left side right here, which doesn't communicate well along one another. So you'll have to jump from application to application just in order for you to manage the entire operations. It still happens until now. But with Odoo, of course, on the right side, you have an all-in-one solution catering to all the applications of the business with just one platform, of course. So what kind of apps does it cater to your business functions, which we will show on the next slide. So different applications within the Odoo ecosystem categorized by its specific functions. There are 70 plus apps that you can use which are fully integrated within the platform. So it's a complete all-in-one suite, covering everything from a travel business needs, from sales to your operations, to your invoicing, to your website, and of course your accounting and HR needs. There's a lot of things you can do within the system, of course, as you can see from this slide right here. So there will be a reality in a traditional business. So there will be a lot of manual work. There will be very repetitive, because if you have imagine a whole Excel sheet for you to fill in, it's going to be inconsistent because you're going to have human errors as well. Disconnected tools. How many times have you guys made an invoice on Microsoft Word? How many times that you have to make an invoice on Excel sheet as well? Sometimes it doesn't really match up the pricing and all the other factors within an invoice itself. You have to upload your logo, you have to upload like a signature. There's a lot of things going around. And lastly, there will be some delayed in reporting because you have to consolidate all of your reports and all of your ending balances, let's say in an accounting report. Everything is either manually done or in a separated software. So mind you that. So what are the pain points, common pain points in the Philippine travel and tour agencies? What we can see here is going to be a lot of disconnected data. Think about your daily reality. So let's say inquiries coming from everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, where else? Viber, email. Your agents are scrambling left and right. High value leads slip through the cracks because you're not having a centralized CRM system. And then comes with the quoting process. When a client asks for a custom 4-day travel or itinerary, your agent opens a very, very massive Excel spreadsheet calculating all of the prices, how much these packages are in for a night, or maybe like the 4-day travel. Of course, you're going to have to manually type in the hotel rates, guessing the cost of a van rental. There's going to be a lot of processes within managing a travel agency as well. So unpredictable profit margins as well. So let's say if you want to know how much you're going to be earning just based off this itinerary, you can also see it within the Odoo system as well. But of course, I'm just letting you know that. We will see it later on. Another problem here, another pain point is manual multi-day packages, which I have said, imagine like a custom day package just for one client. And you won't just have one client, you will have hundreds or potentially 1,000 clients at the same time. A lot of things you need to do, right? And lastly, human errors in manual encoding, which I already touched upon. So, moving on, why does this matter in the Philippines specifically? As you may know, if you're coming from the Philippines or not, there are a lot of things to take consider of. So our countries, or Philippines, tourism landscape is very, very diverse. We aren't just selling one single hotel stay. We are selling island hopping tours in Palawan. We are selling heritage treks in Davao and also culinary trips in Pampanga. So there's a lot of things you're going to be selling, of course, as a travel agency. Why does this matter again? Because that means you will be contacting a lot of multiple local vendors, boat operators, and freelance tour guides. So when your supply chain is very fragmented, relying on manual calculations and disconnected tools, it's not going to be as efficient as possible. So it actually limits your ability to scale up on more bookings or scale up your business. So the result of this reality, you're going to have a very, very burnout. If it's not you going to be burning out, it's going to be your employees burning out. So imagine you're working incredibly hard, but your business hits a ceiling. So this is where I step in, of course, just to introduce you to Odoo. With here, we're going to talk about like the case study that we have. What we are going to do is be in the shoes of a travel agency, Davao Heritage Travel Tours and Travel. So before Odoo, Davao Heritage Tours and Travel struggled with operational inefficiencies, of course. Their goal with Odoo is simple: have a centralized system to have all of their data and operations as well, to manage all of their inquiries, to their quotes, to their payments, and the accurate accounts reporting. So with here, I will show you how Odoo will be helping them to be more streamlined, more efficient, and more transparent in the long run. So these are the suggested apps that I'm going to show today, from the CRM to the sales, the purchasing, the accounting, and lastly, the website. So let's jump into the case study, or what we can say is the demo database. Yeah, as you can see right here from the screen, this is what I've shown in the previous slide. It's clean, it's neat, it's tidy, it acts like a tablet itself, but we currently are using a laptop right here. So whenever you make an online trial here at Odoo, this is what you will be seeing as well. There's nothing different, there's nothing any specialization or customization right here. This is what you get. So, of course, I already told you there will be 70 more apps. You could just go inside the App Store and then browse what kind of apps you may need for your operations. But of course, this is going to be your main usage of for a travel and tour agency. What you can see here today, imagine when you sit down daily, you have to open up your computer, you have to check what kind of things that you need to do. What we're going to do is check all of the messages. Imagine you have other people that you are communicating with your employees, or maybe some of your higher ups or the upper management. You can also see it from here. So this is acting like as a Viber tool. So we're not going to install Odoo, of course, but whenever you have a message, it will pop up as well as a notification. Next to this messaging app will be the Activities app. So let's say you have a lot of things to do and you have run out of space on your notebook or your paper or pen and paper. You have a task or activities viewer right here. All of the notifications or all of the tasks you need to do today will be shown here on this small icon right here. So as you can see, we have a lot of journal entries that we need to do. We have one task that is due for today, and then we have some leads that we need to follow up. Of course, that is just some interactions what we have here at the software. I'm going to introduce you to the software. Before that, I'm just going to click into the perspective of a customer. Let's say you are Davao Heritage Tours and Travel, and you are one of the customers that wants to inquire about a special package or a custom tour within Philippines. So what I'm going to show you next is basically the start of our demo. It will be a website. So the website is clean, neat, and tidy. I've said that a lot of times already, but I can't stress that enough because it is very, very clean and easy to use as well. So why is it easy to use? Odoo has an inbuilt website builder itself. So remember, whenever you wanted to make a business, you wanted to make a really, really nice website to showcase to everyone, oh, this is my business right here. You could easily do that within Odoo system. So this is the homepage for Davao Heritage. Of course, we're going to show you the main page, explore the world with Davao Heritage Tours and Travel. All of the buttons right here are very dynamic. Once you click into it, it will bring you to the next page. Everything here is editable and customizable however you want it to be. So let's say if you have like an art background or a design background, you can easily manage that here within Odoo. So you can have a button, book a personalized trip or join upcoming tours. Once we scroll down, there'll be all of your services as well, all of your travel statistics, how many customers have you worked with, how many trips and adventures that you've already planned for them, how many tours or operators that you're working in Philippines, etc., etc. So once we go down, we scroll down, there's a lot of testimonials you can also input as well. Within here, what I really want to show you is, well, even though Odoo is a website, it can act as a e-commerce platform. So whatever products or services you input into Odoo, you can also have them paid online. So on the bottom right here, we have all of the payment methods from American Express, Visa, Master, and it is also localized in the Philippines. You can also charge in GCash or MayaPay. There's a lot of potential within this, but this is not why I'm going to show you the whole time. With here, Davao Heritage Travel and Tours or Tours and Travel, we will showcase their package or their services page. So for their services page, they will have like a signature 4 days, 3 nights package. Wonderful, right? So let's say you're coming from Manila and then you're going to Davao just to go for the Weaver of Dreams tour. A journey from the coastal melting point of Davao City to the sacred lands, discovering the ancient textile arts. I'm just reading it based on their signature product. So yeah, all-inclusive package. You have the hotel accommodation, you have the private van transfer, you have the English-speaking tour guide, and all of the tours within this package as well. You can click here to reserve now, but of course we are going to show that later on. I just want to showcase a bit of like things that you can show with your clients on your services. You can do a lot of other services as well, or your products. Within here, simple and easy to use, easy to edit as well. So you can also showcase an about us on the web page, but yeah, what we're going to do is go for a personalized quote. Appointment setting app within Odoo is also integrated as well. Whenever you want to contact your clients, or the client wants to contact you, yourself, they can actually schedule an appointment within 1 week or within 2 weeks. You can also give them all of your availabilities according to how packed your calendar is. So something to think about. Imagine you have like a Google Calendar or an Outlook calendar. You have it packed already, which you can integrate within Odoo as well, because Odoo can be integrated with either the Google Calendar or the Outlook calendar. So however your company is working with, Outlook or Google, you can also have it set as an appointment. With here, we can go directly to our package and reserve now. What I'm going to show you is how a customer is going to reach out to you. So they're going to the Contact Us page, and then they will fill all of their inquiry types. So signature package tour, this is what we're going for. You're going to put in your full name. Let's say we go for what is a completely standard name. Let's say Jonathan Biggs. And then contact number, of course, it is 852 because we are currently located in Hong Kong right now. But let's just change it to a Philippine number, 897. Yeah, completely random. Email address, maybe we set it to my email address. With Odoo, a company name if they are a company client. If not, it is quite optional. Inquiry subject, going for a single 4-day 3-night tour. So these are the notes, whatever they want. Maybe they want some breakfast included with their stay, and maybe a tour guide, English speaking. So yeah, within the Contact Us page, it is very editable as well. You can add more fields or more multiple check boxes, whereas you want to qualify more of your client. You want to know more what they want and what will make them satisfied for the trip. The more information, the better as well. Even if you want them to, well, upload their passport details or their identification, you can also set that as well. But this is our first touch within the client, so they don't really have to show anything as of this moment. Maybe they're inquiring for a price for the package. So yeah, let's send this message, and then it will showcase in the back end of our system. It will take us to a thank you page, meaning that we will have received the inquiry already. So what will that look like in the end or the back end of our database? Let's just transfer over again to our database. Let's say I am one of the operations manager. Of course, as you can see here, all of the apps are all lined up. If you're an operations manager, you will be limited to other apps as well. But of course, I am a super admin within the system, so I will see everything, and then I can control everything within here. So let's say you have other employees as well that's focusing on sales, or maybe they're just focused on the project management. They can have different access rights to that. But without further ado, let's try to see if the inquiry goes to the CRM. So all of the clients, meaning customer relationship management, all of your CRM will be within this app itself. So however they come from, let's say they came from the online website, or they send an email to you, or you manually made the opportunity as well. You can do a lot of things with this. You can even upload your business card just to get the client, or make them as a lead, or import all the records, let's say from the Facebook Meta Business Suite. You can export that and import it within the Odoo system as well. Okay, what you can see here is basically the different stages within the customer journey. You have the new stage, you have the qualified stage, you have the proposition, and lastly you have the won stage, and also you can have the done stage as well. So within here, it's basically a step-by-step process on how is the customer going through your sales journey. Within here, you can see all of your clients, from a custom honeymoon package, or let's say a showcase event, VIP access. There's going to be a lot of customers here. So you have to verify, you have to qualify them in order to move to the next stage. Of course, you need to do a lot of actions as well. So what I'm trying to find is Jonathan Biggs. This is where the opportunity is. Going for a single 4 days, 3 nights tour. Once we click into this, it will take us to his opportunity. However, if they have like some extra notes that they have inputted, as you can see from the previous web page that we just saw, breakfast included within the stay, tour guide needs to be English speaking. So you can actually qualify more information about your clients before you get to call them. So the more information, of course, the better. And then this is what they want. The signature package tour, which we showed on the web page, they were really interested in it and they want to know more about it. Okay, so just a simple rundown on the CRM app itself. What we can see are different layouts within the system, but you will see a certain layout or certain layouts, two layouts actually, you will see around the system itself. So that one, meaning it will be the chatterbox. The chatterbox will actually show more of the historical data, more of the internal notes that you have, any documents that you have attached, any emails or communication that you have with this certain contact. So of course, this contact will be Jonathan Biggs, and then you will see all of the background history on whatever you have mentioned. So right here, aside from the chatterbox, you can set your activities, you can plan them, you can log your internal notes, you can send an email, you can attach documents, and then you can add followers. Let's say if you have like a very, very big project, you want your upper management to follow up as well on it. So you can add them with here. Without further ado, I'm just going to quickly go through the smart buttons as well. So what does the smart button do? It is basically a button which is integrated to one of the other apps within the system itself. So if let's say if we go for quotations, it will take us to the invoicing app. So majority of your quotations will be released or connected to one another. If you have a meeting with Jonathan Biggs, you will see there will be a meeting and how many page views is attached to the website app itself. All right, enough of me talking too much. We're going to go through the qualification of this client. So Jonathan Biggs wants a breakfast included within the stay. Maybe he just wants to know more of the pricing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is going to qualify him. Once you get all the information, he's okay with the stay in Davao or maybe the package tour. He just wants to know more. He wants to know the quotation and the pricing. Let's go for the quotation. So what we're going to do is create a new quotation. We can create a new customer. And because this is a new customer coming from the website, his name is Jonathan Biggs. Okay, here we go. In the invoicing, there will be a lot of things that you need to do and a lot of things that you need to check with between your partners, your tour operators, and your local tour guides as well. What we're going to do is put all the products, put all of the information within the travel itself, but it's going to be a bit troublesome and quite hassle. You have to manually input everything. Let's change that up, shall we? So imagine putting everything manually. It will take you probably 30 minutes just to compile everything. What would you say if I can just click one button and all of the things will just come out automatically? Let's do that, shall we? So what we are going to do is click on the quotation template. Within the quotation template, if you have other tours or signature tours as well, or a custom day tour, you have just as long as you have a template, everything will be done very easily. So once we click on the Weaver of Dreams Davao tour package, 4 days, 3 nights per person, everything, whatever you need, will be listed out. So from the transportation, from the accommodation, from the activity that he is doing, additional add-ons and travel insurance, everything is packed into one invoice already as well. Don't forget, we also have the terms and conditions when making the quotation, because of course you need to clarify everything with the client, and anything that you have not said will be probably taken against you. Well, just saying. So within the invoice itself, you can fill in automatically the travel information, but of course this is going to be more of a manual thing to do. We need to input all of the start date. Let's say we're going for March 20, and then his end date is going to be March 23. That will be 4 days and 3 nights. Number of packs will be 1 person, and who will be the traveler is Jonathan Biggs. So these are the things that you just have to type out. Everything else is already typed out for you. let's say the airline ticket, the private van service, everything is according to how many stays or how many days that he's going to have in the tour. So yeah, all of the prices as well is already listed, so you don't have to scramble left and right just to check with the prices. But yeah, Jude, I have a question. So imagine like there will be fluctuating of prices, peak season, what we can say. So within peak season, of course, you have to double confirm the prices with your, well, operators or your other partners as well. But what I've put here is just a standard. What you can say is a standard automatically inputted price. If you have some fluctuating price, you just want to double check with the vendor itself, you can also do that and contact them directly. But for now, we can just list all of the prices right here. So let's say travel insurance, of course, it will be a 4-day per person, if they need a breakfast meal, if they need English speaking tour guide. So according to how many units and how many days. So let's say if he wants a 4-day tour guide as well, we can just put that easily, 4 days. How many breakfasts does he need? Of course, he's just one person, he just needs 4 breakfasts. Actually, we make it 3 because 1 day doesn't count after the night stay within the hotel. We probably have the breakfast the other day. So let's say we just put it 3 units for breakfast meal and double check if everything is correct right here. So another thing that we could do here in the invoicing app of Odoo is to check your price list to see if this customer is your recurring customer or your international traveler. Of course, Jonathan Biggs is a domestic traveler, let's just say. You can also set a different price list for international travelers. You can have it in a different currency. So if I click into this, it will just reflect on the price, but I don't want to get things complicated, so I'm not just going to click on it right now. But you can also do a recurring customer, which embedded inside will have a 5% discount on all of the products, meaning the whole invoice right here, he or she will have 5% discount. So within all of the terms and conditions, everything here is set and made for. Of course, I had my preparations right here already. And you can see the untaxed amount of all of the products right here. Within the Philippines, we also have value-added tax, which means it is VAT, and consists of 12%. So you can add it within your quotation as well. If you don't want to add it within your quotation, you can also delete it. Just press the X button here. If not, you can also add the VAT, which helps you calculate all the taxes within your company as well. So the total amount for this package tour for Mr. Jonathan is 30,688 pesos. So what's right here? Well, what does it say? Why does it say margin? So what margin does is basically shows you the profitability within the invoice itself. So this itinerary, this single itinerary, you get like 6,550 pesos just out of the bat from the profits. So probably a 23 or 24% markup, which is really, really nice for a business itself. You could make it higher or you could make it lower according to however you want to negotiate with your clients. And lastly, I want to show you is the payment terms. Of course, as a travel tourism agency, you will have 50% deposit and 50% remainder on the 7 days prior to the start date. We can also set it within the invoice. So without further ado, let's just send this this invoice through the email within the system itself. So once we click send, it just gives some time because there's a lot of items and products within the invoice itself. The system already created an email already for you. So hello, if you want to add a name, if you want to automatically add a name, you can do that within Odoo itself, but here is the email template. Even your email signature right here, Jude Azuro, Operations Manager for Davao Heritage Tours and Travel, it is already shown here. Even along with this quotation number and also the amount within the email itself. It already generated a quotation in a PDF form as well. So amazing, right? So let's just click send. Oops, we don't have an email for it yet. Let's just send it to my own email right here, and then we click send. So while it waits, you could see it is quite very efficient. You don't have to manually click on the invoicing. You don't have to manually type all the emails. Everything is done for you very easily, just as long as you set the templates. Yeah, right here you can see within the chatter box already, yeah, of course, you can see the historical data or the communications you had with the customer. You can see already the email and also the generated PDF form. So you can see there is your logo, your address, the customer name, the quotation number, etc., etc., even the expiration date of this quotation, if you want to make the sales cycle more shorter. Right here, airline ticket, Manila, Davao, Manila. Yep, everything should be according to plan. And yeah, full payment is required 14 days prior to arrival date. Let's just say that. So yeah, within Odoo as well, it is a PDF reader. So even if you want to download or you want to do a signature, you can also do that as well in Odoo. So yeah, once you call the client or contacted the client, they say, yeah, we would like to proceed with the orders and we would like to confirm with the package tour. What you're just going to do within the system is just press confirm. Easy enough, right? So once you press confirmed, there are two things that popped out. Two smart buttons. One is connecting to the projects and one is connected to the purchase. So what does this do actually? So for the projects app, there will be a lot of project management we can do right here. So if you are a project manager within the tours and travel agency, you can see what are the things that we need to do. So if we click into the smart buttons right here, you can see all of the checklists that we need to do for just this client. There's a lot of things that we need to do, of course, but we're just going to go through it very quickly. So with here, phase 1 checklist, there's a lot of subtasks. You need to issue the invoice for deposit 50%, and then you have to verify payment and then request the client details as well. So what we're going to do is going back with the breadcrumbs, and we need to create the invoice. The invoice will be a 50% down payment, so we need to create the draft right here. If you want to do the full payment, if the client wants to do the full payment, you can do that as well, full payment. But with here, let's just do the 50% down payment deposit. So after the down payment has been calculated, along with the VAT, is 15,344 pesos. Everything here, just as long as the accounts are ready. Just to let you know, the Odoo accounts have been localized in the Philippines already. So just as long as you open the trial or your database in Philippines, it is already accounted for with the VAT, accounts receivable, everything is same as the journals as well. So with here, we can just press confirm, everything is correct. Odoo warning, company bank account, Gcash is linked to the invoice, is not trusted. But yeah, we can go to the bank settings. We can just quickly go through this. We don't have to go to the Gcash. Or maybe we could just have this deleted as well. But yeah, no worries. There's just some minor inconvenience. What we can show you is the finished product of one of our other orders as well. So one of our other orders, once we go to the sales side, it is going to go through Sarah. Within here, you can see both invoices have been gone through. Invoice 1 and invoice 2, because the invoice 1 is the down payment. So the down payment of 50% has been gone through, 15,600 pesos, paid on these dates right here. And the second invoice is also paid at a later date. So yeah, the whole sales order has been completed, but for Jonathan Biggs, there might be some small configurations or minor inconveniences that I have to do, but we're not going to go through that easily. What we're going to do now is just look at the purchase orders. Why the purchase orders have been, let's say, released right here. So the reason why is because that one of the products or one of the product linked or services is linked to an automatically made to order, let's say MTO. However, if we click inside this, they will be showing you each and specific vendors and each of their specific products. So of course you need to contact your vendors, contact your operators if this is available, right? So the private van service, we have 4 units, basically 4 days, what we can put it. And then the payment to this is 300 pesos per day. Of course, this is just for reference. This is not the final pricing in the end. But yeah, the total price for this is 1,344 pesos. So what we can do is just confirm this order, because you already have contacted them and then they say the private van service is available. So what you can do here is upload the bill. Once you have uploaded the bill, you can have a sample vendor bill attached as well to show that let's say this is just a sample. This is not the price, the correct price as well, but this is where you can upload your documents or any receipt that you have along with your clients or within your vendors as well. So let's just put the bill date to March 5, confirm this, and in the end, in the back end, you will have a purchase order pending for payment. So the only thing that we need to do now is pay the vendor their service fee for the van specifications. But yeah, so what you can see here, everything is interconnected and integrated within the back end. So what we have learned here is within the sales order, from the customer side, the customer journey, from the website, it went to the CRM. From the CRM, it went to the sales and quotation building. Lastly, it will be made into the project management. And then it will go to the purchasing order. And then lastly, we are going to go for the accounting side of things. So let's say you are a accounting manager or the finance department, finance head. Whatever you need to do within the accounting app, everything here from the sales, your revenue side, or your expenses to the purchase side, all of your bank journals and also your Gcash journals. Let's say you have a different journal for every payment methods that you have. Post-dated checks, you have bank transfers, you have Gcash, you have online payments and credit cards. You can also separate it as well, so just as long as everything is transparent and easier to see. With the purchases that we have made by today for the transport operator, you can see that we have posted it for the payment. So 1,344 pesos. We just need to remember the amount. So the only thing that we need to do is pay them through a regular bank transfer. If you have a different method, payment method as well, you can also have it attached to the system as well. So now what we're going to do is create the payment for 1,344, and it will show right here. It will be in payment. The next thing that you need to do is to validate this payment. And where do we go and validate it? We just still go to the accounting dashboard. We click on the vendors, we click on the payments, and it will redirect you to the payments in process. So once we click into the transport operators manual payment right here, 1,344. Have we sent it or not? Did the finance manager approved it? If everything is approved and also sent to the vendor, we can just press validate and it will be paid. So yeah, this is where you can manage all of your payments. You can manage all of your customers as well, all of their payments, or all of their invoices as well. So no matter if it's canceled, if it's paid, or it's in payment, all of the statuses will be shown to you automatically within the system. So yeah, within here, the only thing that we need to cover is the bank reconciliation. So let's say we want to confirm the payment that we made to the private van transfer. What we can actually show you is go to the bank, create a new transaction, payment to transport operator, and then what we click here is to go for the transport operators. Of course, it is within the system itself, 1,344 pesos, and once we add and close, it will, oh, sorry, my bad, we'll do that one more time. This is payment to transport operators. Quickly run through that. Minus 1,344. The reason why we need to put that minus is important because that is going to deduct within our bank. Yep, so we add and close, and it has automatically reconciled with your vendor bill. So whenever we need to click and look at the vendor bill, what we have paid, we just go inside and click into it because it is dynamically linked within the system. I can't stress enough about that. Within here, you can see it has been paid. If you want to go back to the vendor bills, if it has been really paid, go to the payments. Everything right here has been officially paid. Wonderful, right? What does this mean? Basically, within Odoo, you don't really need to have, well, you still need a bookkeeper to keep your accounts clean, but it will automatically alleviate your stress about your delayed reporting. So from balance sheet, from profit and loss, your cash flow statement, the three main financial statements within the company, and then other ledgers as well, partner ledger, and also the tax reporting. This is really important in the Philippines. So even right with here, it is also localized to 550Q for the Philippines. You can see all of the VAT payments, the credit payments that you have, the VAT computation. It will be listed out, and you can also export it as a PDF or export it as an Excel sheet. Just a quick rundown on the balance sheet right here. Of course, the accounting equation, assets equals liabilities plus equity. Everything is balanced, 68,128.4, 68,128.4. So yeah, simply saying that Odoo can be your accounting software as well. Good, right? So within here, there's one more thing that I want to cover is the checking of prices within your vendors. So let's say you want to make a hotel room booking. What we're going to do is manually go into it or automatically go into it. It's up to you if you have connected it with your product. What we're going to show you now is whatever vendor or whatever customer that you have, you can have them within the contacts app, and then you can easily search them up, no problem. You don't have to type everything out every single time. So the reason why for this is whenever you click into one of the vendors or one of your contacts, anything related to them will be seen in the contacts app. So whatever balances they need to be paid, how much you owe them or how much they owe you, whatever meetings, whatever projects that you have with them, you can also see it within Odoo. So yeah, let's go for Highland Eco Resort. This is the resort that is for actually for your customer. Once we go inside, once we look into the catalog, you can see all of the products that you have with them. So what we're going to do is add the standard room, let's say 3 nights, and then back to the quotation. Easy. Already here, calculated 1,500 unit per night, and then 4,500 pesos will be the total amount. You can send the RFQ. Everything is done the same as well from other from the previous purchasing order that we have made, but that was automatic. This one is manual if you want to look at your vendors. So yeah, I think we have covered a lot of ground already. I really want to show you a lot of the apps itself. We were supposed to go through appointments, expenses, a lot of the employees as well, but unfortunately this is the time we have for now. I'm just going to do my simple wrap up as well. So now that you've seen the demo for Davao Heritage, this is where Odoo comes in. What can Odoo do? In simple terms, Odoo is an open source of business apps as well. So from building quick quotations, closing and tracking of inquiries, better financial stability. I'm just reading the slide right here, okay? So efficiency in RFQ to suppliers and your digital storefront as well. Everything that you may need for a travel and tour agency, Odoo has got your back. So as of now, we will look into the chat and then see what kind of questions do we need to answer. So with here, can you create multiple websites per account? Actually, you can do that as well. If you have multiple companies within Odoo, let's say not just a travel and tour agency, you have a food and beverage or a cafe or let's say a retail company, you want to sell your product as well, you can do that and set up a multiple website. Multiple company and multiple website, just as long as you have the custom plan, which is already shown within the Odoo website. All right, I'm going to go through the next question. Can you set up automations here in Odoo? Yes, you can set up automations there in Odoo. The reason why for automations is really important is One, it saves a lot of time. Secondly, it's going to create more efficiencies within the system. So all of your operations, no matter if there's a lot of tasks that you need to do, there's a lot of objectives you need to do, automations can be the thing which is you're going to be using a lot. It is your friend, it is your tool, it is located within Odoo. Yeah. So as of now, I think we have gone through the time where I need to showcase my QR link. So if you guys want to know more about Odoo, if you want to have a quick chat with me, you can scan the QR code right now, right here. Of course, my name is Jurazuro, and I will be your business advisor taking care of you. So I'm just gonna leave here for a few seconds, just as long as you guys have enough time to take a photo. Yeah, that should be enough time. So thank you for joining us. Maraming salamat. That should be the end of our webinar today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you soon.